G'day Oldhammerers, it's Brett from Solo Oldhammer Gaming, and it's absolutely miserable outside today, so I thought I'd do a bit of painting. So I've painted some orcs up this morning, and yeah, done a little bit of drawing on the new digital art tablet that I got, so I thought I'd do some more painting, and I'm gonna actually do a video on how I paint my Empire troops for my 1,000-point army. So yeah, let's kick it off. I'm gonna do them as Middenheim. I did go through and had a look. So I've undercoated in black because that's all I had. I've got to get some primer, some lighter primer for the airbrush, but yeah, I'll get that eventually. So, but the first thing I'm doing is I'm just putting on some Bugman's Glow base paint by Citadel. Not really watering it down on at the moment, but yeah, we're just getting those base coats on, and I always tend to start with the skin to begin with, just so I can give the miniature some character, because yeah, it's nothing like having a face for the figure to give it some character. I'm going to move this light over a bit because yeah, it's a bit dark. There we go. That's a bit destroying the place. I'm setting up the spare room as a hobby room and like studio to do videos. So hopefully the videos themselves will be a lot better produced because I've got a dedicated space for them. So I just zoom in a little bit on that. Just doing the hands. We'll just lay down all the base coats first, and then get stuck into some shading and some inks and things. But yeah, I just want to get this base coat for the skin done first. I always find that when I'm painting, once I've done the skin, then they've got their own little character. It stands out a little bit more, and it's just not painting a generic figure then, because yeah, they've got some skin, they've got some character. They're starting to look pretty mint. But yeah, that's I probably didn't even bloody record that because I zoomed in too much. Now I'm not watering this down, I'm just getting it on in select areas. So yeah, so there's the base coat done, and we'll be back when we start blotting in the blue and the white for Middenheim. So that's the troops that I've decided to do. Most of my battles and that will be centered around Middenheim and the border with Ostland, so that way I can go to town on like some blacks and whites. And I absolutely love the banner from Ostland. I'm not saying I don't like the one from Middenheim, like with the wolf on it, but yeah, I really want to go to town on these banners. So that's why I'm going to use like Pikeman for the banner bearer, so the banner can be huge. Because from what I can see, that's the way they were back in the day, in the 15th and 16th centuries. So should look absolutely awesome with a pointy block. But yeah, we'll get ready for the next colour. Alrighty, and we're back. So the next colour we're going to be using is Citadel colour. It's a base paint. It's to get the blues for the Middenheim uniform, and it's McCraig blue. So for this colour, I'm going to water it down a little bit. We're going to go on his right leg. That's all blue. Then the right arm is blue, and the back of the shirt, like the body of the shirt and everything, is blue at the back because he is wearing a he's wearing some armor. So we'll blot all that in, and yeah, come back after that. So yeah, once I've got all that in, then we'll be back. Alright, so we've finished all the blue. I'm going to end up doing his hat blue. So yeah, might embellish it a little bit with some white and that. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, right leg, left arm. I did do the start of blue, so that way I could get inside those ribbons. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, so the other colour that the Empire used for Middenheim is white. Now, stupidly, I have undercoated in black because that's all I had. I've got to get some more just putting that on the first part. So I'm just using a lighter colour to cover up that undercoat. So that might be a couple of different coats here. But yeah, I'm got to get some what do they call it? Primer for my airbrush. So, and this brush is had it. I'm not happy with this brush. That's one thing about painting. If your brush doesn't feel right and it's doing stuff that you don't want it to, yeah, change it, because if that's the one thing that can make painting tedious, it's a bad brush. So trust me on that one. I've been painting for a number of years, and there's nothing worse than trying to paint with a brush that you're A, uncomfortable with, or B, it's not doing what you want it to. So we just get this lighter colour, which is base coat Wraithbone. Not so much worried about the tone. Like, I know people use normally like a lighter grey, and then build up to a white from there. But stunningly, my grey Citadel paint has dried out. So that's really awesome. I'm very happy about that. Not so, but yeah, that makes me think. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I was thinking about upgrading all my paints. Well, just using I was going to use Nostalgia 88, but I don't think they make it anymore. I think they're throwing everything into the Nostalgia 94 from Warpaint. I was gonna get a set of them, but yeah, I don't know now, because if they're not doing them anymore, then I'm back to square one for like Goblin Green and all the Oldhammer colours, which was, yeah, a bit of a shame. I was, yeah, looking forward to that. I was saving up for those. I was even going to stock them, but not to be, because they're going to the Nostalgia 94. And yeah, I'll keep an eye on that and see if they've got any more colours for the 94 range, because I think they're matching it, colour matching it on what people still have in pots and can supply to them. So that's pretty exciting. I do like that. But yeah, so it'll be maybe coat to arms. I'll get a full set of those. Because I have thought a couple of times about stocking paints and things, so just to support the channel, because I don't think I'll do a Patreon, because I'd be worried, because I'm not full time. I'd be worried about getting extra content out for people if they're a member of the Patreon. So I was thinking other avenues, like stocking paints and stuff like that, on like a little store that I could have, whether it was on eBay or whatever. Which actually reminds me too that another channel, Ian I Am Standing, I hope I got that right. He did a 3rd edition battle report the other day with Empire and Undead. Absolutely brilliant. If you want some real quality 3rd edition stuff, like content, go and have a look at that battle report, because it was really, really cool. So now I'm not too concerned about the off-white colour for the like the base of the white, to get rid of that Chaos Black undercoat, because in the field, white is not a very good colour. It doesn't stay white, and I know this because I only own one white shirt and one white jumper, and I'm absolutely, every time I wear the jumper, I'm absolutely petrified that it's going to get ruined, because I mainly wear black and red shirts, because yeah, I don't want to ruin the white ones. So that just makes me think about the colour white. And then when I undercoated in Chaos Black, it was like, oh, you idiot, what were you thinking? So, but at least it's not yellow. Yellow sucks. So that'd be Middenheim, I think, is yellow. A couple of other states use yellow in their colours. Like back in the day, it was red and blue for Altdorf, but yeah, I stuck with Middenheim, so with the blue and the white. But even at this early stage of the painting process, the blue and the white actually looks good. I really like it. That's why I went back with these. So now we're at the ribbons part. So what we're going to do is just going to put it on an angle that we got that's comfortable. Just run the top of the brush over it, so that way we leave that blue in the recesses and cover it up at the top. There we go. Even the side of your brush is good for that. That way you can just keep the blue in the recesses of it, and just changes it up a little bit. You can always add stripes and stuff like that for Empire troops. Like you could run blue stripes down here, because this guy's got a lot of ribbons and things like that. I won't be doing that. If they're plain and flat, like the sleeves on here, I'd probably run a couple of stripes or something down there just to break it up a little bit. Lands Connect were very personalised their uniforms, so that's what makes it so fun painting them, actually. But yeah, we've got that white base coat on now. You just see the blue in the recesses there. So when we come across with a white undercoat, idiot. When we come across with the white highlights, that'll it should make them stand out a bit more, hopefully. So just get this side of the sleeve. If there's a little black line still in there, that's cool. Black lining was a huge thing back in the day. So, but yeah, he's coming along quite well. So we'll be back when we've getting ready to do we'll do the pike next. Then we can do the metallics, which will be his chest plate, and then the brown for the pike. I'm probably going to use that colour for the chest plate as well. So yeah, we'll be back when we're just about to kick on with that. Alrighty, so now that the Wraith Bone's in, as a base coat for the white, we're just about to. I was going to do the poles for the pikes brown and the strapping for the chest plate brown as well, like a leather, but I just realised that in the original artwork from 4th edition army book for the Empire, they've got red like ribbons and things to denote the different units for each regiment, so to speak. So, and because these guys haven't got ribbons, I'm actually going to paint the pikes red, and any strapping in that will be red as well to denote each unit. Now, I don't know how this is going to go for the whole regiment, the whole unit with big red pointy sticks. That remains to be seen, but it could be one of the seemed like a good idea at the time calls. So we'll just have to see. But when I think about it, it is Fantasy Battle, and it would break up, and it will break up the white and the blue for like color wise. So yeah, so we'll have to see how this goes. But it could be a really good call, or it could be absolutely horrible. We'll have to see. But that was the other thing as well. I was thinking the other day, like when painting, like with brushes are very important, and yeah, if the brush isn't doing what you want it to, change brushes, because there's absolutely nothing worse than trying to work with something that A, you're not comfortable with, and B, is not performing how you want it to. So, but the other thing was, don't be afraid to tilt your miniature as well to get it at different angles. Like, so I'll tilt this guy so he's upside down, but that just means it's easier for me to get into all these little bits and pieces, and I didn't put enough water in that to thin it. Oh well. We're human, so we make mistakes. So there we go. That's coming on there a lot better now that I've put some water on there to water it down a bit. A bit more paint. Mix that up. Now this is just Mephiston Red from Citadel. I've got a lot of Citadel paints, but for my historicals I use mainly Vallejo. But yeah, I probably will upgrade to coat the arm. Nah, frig it. See, too busy chatting, and I touched the hat with that red, but that's okay. That's an easy fix. We can fix that. That's the other thing too. I mean, if you touch a bit of the miniature with a different colour that wasn't supposed to go there, then yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for it to dry and then touching it up again. No biggie. That's the good thing about miniature painting. If you have an absolute shocker, you can fix it up. But that's the red pike pole, and I don't mind that actually. I could imagine 30 of them with that. Oh, we've got to look at that. We've got to update the. We've got to tidy up a little bit. Tidy up a little bit of the blue. Tidy up a bit of the white, and then we can do metallics. See there? Look at that. Shocking. Didn't even notice that. I've got to get some better lights in the studio, I think. I've got this little light on the stand, but yeah, just have to work out also how to put the light on my camera all the time. So I've got a bit more light there too. But yeah, so I've got a little touch up on the hat, and just a little bit of touch up on the sleeve, but I'll do that off camera, and then we'll be back for the metallics. Won't be long. Alright, so we're back, Oldhammerers, and getting at the end of my patience, because there's something going on with the phone and the computer, and every time I transfer a file to the computer, it's not horizontal, it's vertical, so it's really starting to upset me. But that's okay. Just made a cuppa in me Judge Dredd coffee mug, and that should still help us get through this video so I could show you how I paint Empire. But yeah, just keep climbing that mountain. So I've gone in while I was trying to sort out the computer, and I've done some tidy up on that red and the look on the hat and on the sleeve that it touched on. We fixed that up. So, and I also I just put the metal on. I just used a iron breaker for that. This is the pike. That's the business end of the pike. So that lump is. I'll fix that. Okay, yeah, it's just a rainy day, and this video is not going well, but that's okay. Keep struggling up that mountain, and we'll get it fixed up whichever way it takes out. So on the white, for like shading, I'm going to use the ever reliable Agrax Earthshade. I'm going to use that on the skin as well, just because it dirties up the face a little bit more. Got to remember, these guys are on a campaign, so lots of dust and stuff like that. Then I'm going to use, for the blue, I'm going to use there's a blast from the past right there. a Citadel Ink Vortex Blue. So I'm going to use that one, and we'll see what colours we get. So, and this is the reason why I want to update my stuff to coat to arms. It would have been more like Nostalgia 88, but yeah, I don't think they do it anymore. I think they're going with the 94, so which is a real pity, because the 88 would have been awesome, because that's what these ones are. So, but yeah, I'll go with coat to arms now. And the only reason that is because Nostalgia 88's not been supported as far as I know anymore. So yeah, would have been nice to try the 94s, but yeah, pity. 88s would have been awesome, but that's cool. We'll try this Vortex Blue ink and see how that goes and what results we get from that. But I'm going to try and make the rest of the video a bit shorter, so that way it uploads quicker. So we'll be right back after getting these colours on. Alright, so we're back again. So I've put the inks on. I've actually moved my phone, so hopefully this will actually turn out to be decent footage. Oh, I've got to move this light again. Oh, this is just going horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. But yeah, but as you can see, that Vortex Blue from Citadel back in eons past is it's actually quite nice. It really brought out that blue, so I'm going to try and paint it so that way that shade is still in the ribbons. I just put a bit of Agrax Earth shade on the white, because that's not going to be clean. So I'll be using Vallejo. Sorry about the bouncy camera, but I've just bumped my mount. But I'm going to be using Vallejo white for the white, because I've got a ceramite white, and this isn't that old. And look, it's starting to dry out and get all lumpy, and around the rim isn't even friggin' dirty. So do something about that, Games Workshop, please. But yeah, so we'll get some white on. I have to admit, I do really like the Vallejo white. It is quite good, but I'll just be using this for mainly some like highlights and stuff. See how it goes, and then that way I can put keep the dirt and grime in the ribbons, because I expect that would be that wouldn't be that clean after a bit of campaigning on the roads of the Empire, just chasing around undead and Norse and God only knows what, collecting pay from the Emperor, doing the business. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually liking how that's looking, to be quite honest. But I do think this white needs more watering down. There we go. Yeah, it's quite thick, the old Vallejo white. But I've just, in me watering, in me water cleaning, I've just got a bit of detergent in there. So we'll crack on with this, and then come back and we'll get the blue done. Yeah, you just want to try and keep that that dirt and the grime in the recesses there, because yeah, I'd imagine the folds of the uniform don't spill themselves over to staying quite clean. So even on the sleeves, like we've got that nice fold there. But, you just hit it like a sort of like a heavy dry brush, so to speak, just to lay down some whites. But, keep that going, stay away from that red. Just a little touch on the top of the ribbons where the white is. There we go. So we've still got that dirty white look about it. I can imagine they'd be proud of their uniforms, like for fighting for Middenheim, City of the White Wolf. So they try to keep them relatively schmick and looking good. But yeah, I just wanted a little bit of grime from campaigning. So just totally, that was where I tidied up that red. Totally missed that. That would have looked odd. I missed in there too, bloody hell. I just hope this camera friggin'... I closed it down entirely, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, crack on with the blue now. So the blue, we're going to go back to, for the blue, actually I might just keep the camera running and see how it goes. It'll be a big file, but that's okay. So we're going to go with a outdoor blue. Bit ironic, using outdoor blue on Middenheim troops, but as far as I know, there's no Middenheim blue colour from Citadel. So I'll just get a bit of that on the palette, a bit of water it down a bit. I did forget how hard it was to paint on camera, but it does make it a lot worse when the bloody camera itself is playing up. So I want to try and keep those really dark blue recesses just because they look awesome. I'm really happy with that vortex blue colour. Love it. We're just doing little touch-ups, little spots here and there, lightening that, taking that shine away from that blue, but trying to leave it in the recesses, because at the end of the day these guys are just rank and file, so wouldn't normally go to town And that is a problem that I do have. I tend to go to town on the rank and file, which makes it impossible to finish any bloody painting. And that's something that I've got to work on to not do that anymore. But Crown of Command, they've got some really good painting tutorials over on his channel, and he's doing painting full time now, so that's awesome. I wish him all the best. I hope it kicks off for him and it goes really well, because I quite enjoy his channel. We'll just get the rest of the blue on, just to tone that down. Because this guy's rank and file, I'll just do his hair and then highlight his skin a little bit. I'll just do his hair, highlight his skin a little bit, and Bob's your uncle, and we'll just base him, and I can try to struggle on with the, we'll see, again, the camera and the files. So, yeah, I think the next thing is, actually I don't think I will base him, because if I base him, I want goblin green, so I'll have to wait until I get that. Wait until I get goblin green for that. But the next thing we'll do is we'll just put on some flesh tones. Just highlight that flesh tone up a bit. Just make that a little bit better. Excuse me while I shake me paint. I'm looking over at that computer, and I don't know what the files are doing. I really don't, and it's so frustrating because I just want to do a painting video for you guys, and for some reason, like, I've got the phone on its side, but for some reason it's still doing it as like horizontal, and I just don't get it. I don't understand why. So just putting some skin on. These guys won't have shields, because you can't use shields anyway when you're lifting a pike. Well, not in the Renaissance era anyway. I'm pretty sure Alexander the Great's troops used a little shield, but I didn't spend the points on a shield for these guys. I just wanted the big echidna pike block. That's what I wanted. And there he is. So we'll just actually, now that I look at that, I realise I missed a bloody bit. So let's fix this, get it fixed up while the paint's there. Right at the back here is a cuff or something. What do you call it? I think it goes around your neck. A collar. There we go. Can't stand it when I can't remember the words. There's a collar there that I missed, so I just filled that in. And we'll keep his hair as black, so that way. The other ones we'll do some browns and blondes and stuff, I think. Browns, blondes, blacks, maybe even some reds. Put some redheads in there. They're people too. So, and that is, oh, no, that but is not finished. There is one more thing we need to do before we can call it a day, and that is some black. Just need a little bit of black for, oh man, okay. So this black is a War Paints black from the Army Painter. I think it's about, it'll be old, but it looks like that the top's crusted over. And I haven't got a pin here at the moment to poke it through, so we'll go with the old faithful Vallejo black. Vallejo do some really, that was a bit much, but all I needed was the shoes. But yeah, Vallejo do hell of a lot of good colours. Absolutely excellent colours. I do love Vallejo, but I'm really itching to have a go with the Coat d'Arms or the Nostalgia 94s. But I wish, I still do wish the 94s were the 88s. I really do. I was devoted to learn that, because yeah, I was going to sell them, but if they're not supporting them anymore, and if I was going to change over all my paints to a different paint line, then yeah, I want it to be supported for a few years, especially if I was going to stock it. But there we go. That's his shoes done, and that is our test figure for Middenheim Pike block. Now the Hailbards are on the way. I don't know if you're going to see this, but it says low battery, low power mode, 20%. But yeah, we'll have to, yeah, this is just going wrong. So I'll get this uploaded, so at least everyone's got something to watch. But other than that, I just hope everyone has a really good day. Thanks to all my subscribers. Keep climbing that mountain, and sometimes that mountain is steep. And yeah, we'll soldier on from there, and we will definitely be staying cool. We'll be staying Oldhammer.